I'ma show you how to get paper, boy. Show you how to get to that shit, stack it up real high, real high. See the hate in your eye, but I can't tell just what you hating for. See you over there hating, but I don't really know what you hating for, bro. Never really pay attention to what they doing, I just ignore. I don't even really pay attention, man. I'm Stevie Wonder to all that shit.
What's up, Duelist? My name is Yugioh, and welcome back to another deck profile on the channel. We are here at the Goofy Gauntlet in Southington, Connecticut, and who are we with today?
Avery Shugrue.
What's going on, Avery? How'd you do today, man?
Not as good as I thought I was gonna, but I mean, coming off of playing Mystic Mind for 3 years and finally converting over to a real deck, it's been a fun time. I love this deck. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it as much as I do if you guys ever do decide to get into it. But like I said, played Mystic Mind for 3 years, made a lot of amateur misplays that probably cost me my whole day, but we're learning, we're getting better, and luckily I have a great amount of people around me to help me get better. So.
Well, there you go. And speaking of those people, are there any shout-outs you want to give before we get into it?
Well, first off, I want to shout out Mario of Yugioh for having me here and being a great friend and teaching me how to play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Also, I want to shout out Brad and Ben for helping me make this deck, and then just the rest of our crew for helping me do this, and Joey for obviously hosting the Goofy Gauntlet, and everyone else on Team Goofy. So it's a great day, and we can get right into it.
All right, let's do it.
So the main purpose of this deck is, let's go this way toward you, the rocks, and we're maxing out on all of them.
Oh, so you're playing rocks?
Yes, I'm playing rocks, but it's not what you'd expect. So this comes up later in my combo, assuming all things go well.
Okay.
It's almost like a pile deck. I'm not going to call it based because it's not based, because I'm not playing Water and Trance or any of that other good stuff. But I mean, it's getting there. We're getting there with it. Work in progress. This deck was thrown together in, I think, a half hour at most. I honestly think it was thrown together in a half hour. I've been on AdamAncipators for probably 6 months now. And the way I was playing it, wanted to do Scythe Lock, wanted to do DPE. Originally Dragoon, talked to Brad and Ben about it. Immediately ripped it out and basically built it like a pile deck. So let's get into everything else, but the Adamancipator part is a big part of the deck that goes into a combo later on.
Okay.
So, and this card is Savior.
Best card.
Obviously, this deck could be prone to Nibiru, but you have this in hand. Hold it as long as you can. Get nibbed. You'll see what's in the extra deck after. Just start your combo over.
There you go.
That gets me into the second. I'll call them cores. It's a bunch of little cores, but rocks, obviously. So we got Guardian, and then 3 suppliers. Not sure if you guys know what these do, but this is the only card you really want to normal summon. This is a tribute itself monster negate, and there's a loop with this card. We'll get into that later. It's another Adamancipator card. You can honestly just loop the card anytime a rock leaves the field. Special. You don't really go into that as often, but I mean, you could get another one of these in your hand.
And I don't know if you knew this, but Kwakimira Supplier is like $30 now.
Yeah, I looked out. So I bought AdamAncipators right before they announced the release or the reprint. So bought these at around 25-ish, I think. I think they're at 12 now. I'm not sure. You guys probably checked up, or Mario could throw it down. I bought my place of these for about $9.
You lucked out, my friend.
You can't even buy one of these for $9. So
that's insane,
dude.
This
deck is a lot more expensive than it should be. We're getting there with it. We're getting there. I'm not going to give up on the deck, so we'll get there with it. But this being $30 is nuts.
You got saved.
I don't know why it's $30, but it is a great card. So in battle phase as well, so you have a rock out. You're not going to have a rock out in battle phase unless it's a Guardian. They get rid of the Guardian, just bring this out in defense, activate the effect, get another Guardian in your hand. If you can somehow manage to stay alive for that turn, there's your normal for next turn. Hopefully you won't need it because the boards can be nuts, but crazy. Probably the biggest bluff play in the deck.
The Prankies?
Yeah. So one of the lines with this deck, I don't know if Mario wants to see a combo line eventually. Not in this video because we don't have time for that. That's a free Appaloosa when you start with this stuff.
That's insane.
So 5th summon, you're getting an Appaloosa, and you're just going to go off under your Half combo. So drops these, gain the 1,000 life points. You're golden, and then rock. So they hit you on you're at your Meow Meow Mew, and they hit you, you have Researcher in hand, help.
That's insane.
And they think they stopped you, but anyone playing right now knows you're not just going to hard normal summon a Roxas.
Right.
But if you have to, depending on your hand, you can, and you could do very crazy things with it.
Right, right.
The card you don't want to normal summon. Doki Doki. I'm not sold on this card yet. I'm not sold on it yet. This is a prayer. If you have nothing, you're normal summoning this. Effect, dump something, pull something out, hopefully go into Halcline.
Yeah, any hand trap that gets hit with, it could just end your turn right away.
And Almirage, the extra deck is so tight. Almirage was an option as well as Parallel Exceed, but when I was talking to Brad and Ben, we had to cut it. There's no room for it. You go there, you get stopped here, you go Almirage, and then you just go off with your Parallel Exceed. But having that in hand and all that at once it's a lot to happen at once, so it's just not worth playing. So, but this card, you definitely need it later on in the game.
Okay.
I've gone into Baron off of this a ton. You have your Raptide out. One of the 2 tuners, hopefully hit this, there's Baron. So that's another good use for that card. 2 Nibs.
The best rock.
Best rock. Not my favorite. I was playing it at 3, but I'm trying to figure out ratios a little bit more with this deck. Nib at 2 seems good because it's searchable. So Gallant Granite, you can search this. But
that's kind of amazing.
Yeah, hasn't come up. There's another card in here that this is really good for, and you'll see why. And that brings me to the little Punk Engine.
The Punk Boys.
Punk Engine. Nobody expects this. The amount of people I've played today that had no idea what I was doing summoning, it was so much fun because they just literally watched me play in game 1s, which led to a lot of game 1 wins because nobody knew what this deck was doing. And hey, that's a free win right there. Like I said, unfortunately, I beat myself a lot, but we're getting there. So
definitely the element of surprise comes up big with this deck. So
there were a few other AdamAncipator players here, but they're playing pure. I don't think anybody else is playing this specific deck.
Yeah, you're basically one of the pioneers of this deck, to be honest. Like,
so we're gonna try our best. Brad and Ben have been awesome. Mario's been awesome as well. So hopefully we can figure out how to make this deck good and take it to Pennsylvania and kind of just go off with it.
There we go.
We'll get into hand traps and stuff like that. Ghost Ogre. I don't need to explain that.
That card is nasty right now.
Everybody needs to be manning this card.
Yep.
So that's self-explanatory. Ash at 3. Another no-brainer. It's Ash.
Yep.
It's Ash.
If you can play Ash, you play Ash.
Yeah.
It's a nice card.
If it fits, you have to play it.
And it's a tuner, so sometimes you just hard summon it and you just make a Hulk.
Definitely. Creation Resonator.
Oh, okay. This is an interesting card.
So this is a little bit of spice. I'll show you now. We'll talk about this a little bit more later, but this is your search off of that.
Right. So it's just free in the combo.
Every single time. Free in the combo. You're good. It's free. You're gonna have it every time.
Again, that is time in the round. Please do your end of match.
Need we say more?
Snow is snow. This didn't come up a lot. Nobody was stopping at my house because they wanted to see my plays, or I was getting stopped before. So this didn't come up often. I actually pitched this off of the Punk card. I'm not even sure what it's called. But like I said, I'm so new to this, and I'm able to do what I do somehow. It's sneaky. I'm very sneaky. But Foxy Tune. So Foxy Tune, obviously pitch it. You pitch this with it, and that's
it's just a free thing.
It's free. Yeah. So 1 Ghost Bell.
Interesting.
1 Veiler. So those are my 1-ofs. Again, I'll show you why after. These are 1-ofs. Don't come up really when I need them to. I've used this card more against other people than they've ever used it against me because I don't really need it. But DPE, chilling. And Veiler's Veiler. Deskbot.
The bot. The boy.
Self-explanatory.
If he comes out, you either have nib or you lose.
Yep. Against spells. Signs. As you see, a lot of the cards here are rocks. Monster Reborn for your rocks. And Loop Guardian. Negate. Bring it right back out. Your negates there again. 2 free negates. And if it's actually an AdamAncipator monster, you're allowed to stack top of your deck. Stack whatever you need. Stack whatever you need there.
Yeah, it's a great card. The card that is now at 3 that is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. There's no reason a rock player should be playing E-Telly, but at 3, it's worth it.
Yep, it just turns all the punks broken, basically.
It breaks the punks. You're not normal summoning, and even when you do normal summon a rock, the ratios here are pretty good. You're gonna hit another rock, and you're going right into Hulk that way.
Right. Call by, self-explanatory.
Call by. Against all ill advice, I put this in on my own. Brad and Ben told me do not do it. This saved me a lot of games today. Because you have that one negate. It just, you feel so much better playing this card in hand, especially. You're able to go through your combos, and like I said, nobody knows what my deck really does, so they're hitting anything freely, and if that really hurts, cross out. Yep. That's why the Bell and the Veiler, Ash, Ogre, free.
Great card.
The spells are traps, sorry. Dangerous Gabagoo.
So you did decide to play the trap.
I did decide to play the trap. Again, that's a free imperm right there.
Yep, and it's a free search.
It's a free imperm, free search. And then again, the last one, the actual imperm. Again, that's cross out.
Yep.
So those are free. Really love this deck.
Now, I know you said you were going to keep your side deck a secret, but would you want to quickly go through the extra deck? We only have a couple minutes.
Yeah, we'll quickly go through the extra deck.
Okay.
I know Mario's in the top cut, so we gotta get through this quickly.
Paper YGO, top cut, baby.
Meow Meow Moo, Prank Kid, Doodle, another Prank Kid. Just a bluff play. This is a rock, so you go in your rocks. This is where it gets expensive. Shout out to Conrad as well.
Woo! Shee!
I was not buying 2 of these. Luckily I had one. Conrad and Ben offered to let me use theirs. Conrad stepped in clutch last minute, so thank you, Conrad. I could not have played without 2 of these. Get this going quick, because I know Mario's got to go. Auroradon, free. Unicorn, that's kind of just a climb. Didn't really go into it often. Appaloosa, that's free off of the Prank Kids plays. Access code.
The man.
Access code, that's free. Like, they somehow break your board, you're going with this.
He's just a win button.
Yeah, it's a win button. Cupid Pitch, again, that's free.
That's the card that you had trouble finding, which was so hilarious because it's a freaking common.
Card. Like, as you can see, this deck is fairly expensive. Like,
right.
It's not even max rarity, and it's still very, very expensive. 10-cent card, I could not find it, could not pull it. This card is broken. Get yourself one. Raptite, Dragite, again, these are free. Great card. This is a DD Crow. Wind Engraved. You're going to have a Wind Engraved because of Cupid Pitch. This Water Engraved, Hulk's going to be engraved 9 out of 10 times, unless you have to equip. But you can swing Baron, get rid of the equip for Boral Savage, which you'll see, and this stays out because you have Water Engraved. There's your spell or trap negate.
Broken.
Boral Savage.
Self-explanatory.
Self-explanatory. It's broken, and that Cupid Pitch again, like burn your opponent for 800 life points. Like that could make or break a game right there. You never know. Baron. Shout out to Joe P. A lot of people have forgot. Joe P is the reason I'm playing this card. Would not be playing it without him. So thank you so much, Joe P. You're the GOAT. Stardust. Again, you get stopped on Hulk.
Shooting Riser.
Shooting Riser, sorry. Tag it out. Boom. Snow. You're gonna have stuff in your grave. Book them all. Gallant Granite. I mean, another self-explanatory card in the rock deck. You don't have something you need. You're probably gonna have 2 level 4s, especially with Prank Kid stuff. Gallant Granite. Search what you need. Search your researcher or something. Special it. Hold it in hand so you get nib. Boom. Combo continues. Yeah. Hippo tokens.
Best tokens in the game.
Best tokens in the game, but that's about it.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for sharing your deck profile with us. I really do appreciate it. And Avery, this is Paper YGO. As always, stay getting that paper. I will see you in the next video.
Paper boy. Show you how to get to that shit. Stack it up real high, real high. See the hate in your eye, but I can't tell just what you hating for.